up into some pro tours and try and get himself ready for tournaments throughout the year, because he's had a good year last year, won a lot of titles to defend, up into some pro tours and try and get himself ready for tournaments throughout the year, because he's had a good year last year, won a lot of titles to defend, and he needs to be 100% when he's playing in these comps. So I hope Gary, like I said, gets back to full fitness soon.
139. Van Gerwen 109, Smith 102. The average is early doors. They're not letting us down.
58.
Typical Van Gerwen, heading straight back after losing that opening leg on throw. So Smith will get a shot. 140.
140.
He's just dropping low, so Van Gerwen return for a 2-1 lead.
56.
Touching on there, Michael Van Gerwen just breaking straight back. He never lets legs materialise into a bad run. It's really hard to whittle off leg upon leg against Michael Van Gerwen.
Big ask this for Michael Smith will always be
85.
Incredible that Van Gerwen has topped the Premier League table in every single year since his debut back in 2013.
97.
He's also featured in every single Premier League final since his debut. Won 2013,
134.
lost the next 2 years and won the last 3. No wonder he is the odds-on favourite. He is the man to beat.
93.
It's a tournament that Michael enjoys, and it favours him in a way. It's that round-robin long format. He can afford a couple of defeats, and as we know, he doesn't dwell on the defeat. He doesn't let it bother him. He'll return the week after and put it right. So the margin for error is there for Michael Van Gerwen, and he doesn't really need it, does he? He's that good.
180 from Smith, 174. Back bites Van Gerwen. Top throw for Smith.
62.
He's given himself a chance. Well, these are the chances that Smith has to take.
93.
The chances that he didn't take at the Ali Pali in that World Final.
3 darts at top, it's a must. Yeah, good second dart for Michael Smith.
The leg is Michael Van Gerwen to go first. Game on.
Touched on in the first game that credit to James Wade, who'd been left out of the Premier League a couple of times and returned the year after. Michael Smith, who won his debut in the Premier League, was fortunate, had to play twice on the first night and lost both those games, and it became a long struggle for him, and he was left out the year after. But he's back now. He got to the final last year, and I'm expecting to be a regular fixture in the Premier League for years to come, and be at the back end of all the majors.
Will Smith take a draw? I think so.
Of course he will, yeah.
Before a dart was even thrown, he'd take a point against Van Gerwen just to get the campaign underway. Of course, Smith
57.
finished second in the group stages behind Van Gerwen last year.
Michael Smith will be targeting the top 4 and then take it from there, but he knows there'll be bumps on the way. And in some way, it's probably best to play Michael Van Gerwen in the first week.
57.
You can nick a point or nick a win, and it's out the way then.
Yeah, on the 5th leg, Michael Van Gerwen.
13 darter.
6th leg is Michael Smith to throw first.
2 breaks a throw, but we are on throw. Smith here looking to level once again.
140.
But I guess it is all about just gaining that experience of, the biggest match of his life, the biggest match in any player's life, a world final at the Ali Pali, and he has to kick on. He knows that to a certain extent. I know, speaking to him, he's put pressure on himself for 2019, the goals that he's set himself. Top 4 place, number 6 in the world at the moment. But the number 1 target for Michael Smith is a big, major TV title. And I think it's within his grasp.
Definitely, he's an ambitious guy. He wants to win. Whilst to be happy with making the finals of the Premier League and the World Championship, he wants to win. He's had that win on the World Series. You see, he's scoring off the balls. He's had that World Series win, which is helping his confidence. He looked at that. He's grown up a lot as well, Michael Smith. We saw, early on in his career, a bit of petulance, but he learned from it, and he's settled down now, and he's going to be at the back end of all these majors.
Well, they both had darts at the bull. Double 5. Well, the first dart made it really awkward. It's just a chance that Van Gerwen has been waiting for to pounce in the Premier League opener. He knows, and we know. Yeah, he was a long, long way away. Correct, Michael. It's the other Michael who goes 4-2 up.
Smith there. I think he needs to have a little shuffle along the hockey there. The dart of the 5 was so high up, it looked like it blocked the double 5. So when he was returning, he really overpitched it. And as you said there, he illustrated with his hand gesture that he was miles away from it. Michael Van Gerwen duly punished.
At the moment, Michael Smith not really competing with Michael Van Gerwen as far as the scoring is concerned. 105.5. The defending Premier League champ, just 92 now, Michael Smith. Look at those numbers. Interesting, Last year, Van Gerwen averaged over 100 in all but one of his 18 matches in the Premier League. It's an astonishing record.
It's incredible. And Mike wants to keep setting records. He'll be looking to win every game in this Premier League. Never done before, but he'll be looking to do it just to set that marker down. He wants to... As we say, there's a bit of a golfing quality between Michael and the rest at the minute, and he'll want to keep stamping that.
96.
Make any headway here, Michael Smith? Well, a little bit of pressure thanks to the last dart. This is for total control. Well, look for the treble to lead the double. Smith has had chances again. He's not taken them. Can he take this one? One dart. Again, the reaction tells you everything. Similar pattern to the World Final. Chances for Smith not taken.
A chance. And these don't come on often, so Michael Smith's got to chip this away now. And as we said, get that break straight back. Good there, Michael Smith. A bit of a head shake, but it's the leg. Break with the Michael Van Gerwen throw.
Yeah, back in it. Surprisingly back in it. Already 4 breaks of throw in the 7 legs that we've seen so far, but a dreadful start to the 8th leg. Van Gerwen looking to punish. See those 3 little stars on his left shoulder? There they are, marking his 3 World Championship titles. And he wants a bit of symmetry.
91.
Wants 3 on the other shoulder in the next 3 years, just to square it off. You wouldn't say no.
No, you wouldn't put it past him. And the only surprise is the way he's been playing the last few years that he hasn't actually got more already.
Well, his big target, isn't it, is 6. That's what he wants. That's his first target now as far as World Championships are concerned. To overtake Raymond van Barneveld and the late, great Eric Bristow.
120.
You need a bit of luck to beat Michael Van Gerwen. How important will that prove to be? We shall see.
Definitely.
90.
That miss there, even if it hit the 20, it leaves Michael 130, and he only needs 1 treble here now, but he needs the 2. That's a good mark. He'll stay there. Double 15. Great finish from Michael Smith. Good composure off that disappointing bounce out the last leg. And we're level again.
Well, how about that? Quality! And more quality from Michael van Gerwen this time. Well, Smith far from his best, but he has battled away. And that 7th leg, when for the first time in the match he was given a second opportunity by van Gerwen, he took it. But the 150 was, well, it was delicious, wasn't it? You got the feeling he fancied it for the first treble 20 that went in. Perfectly positioned, first dart.
Real quality, because he knew the mark was there. No switching to the treble 18 or using the ball for tops. He just went straight down at double 15, and it was great composure. And fair play to Michael Smith. He's 10 points behind on the average, but I think you have to accept that when you play Michael van Gerwen, you're going to be behind on the averages. You've got to take your chance, and he's done that in the last few legs.
56.
Needs the lot, really. No finish.
84.
So you would think van Gerwen on easy street here.
Definitely time on his side. Good finish from Michael. No panic for Michael Smith. He was on the van Gerwen throw, so he's just got to put in 2 big legs on his throw now.
60.
Week 2 in Glasgow next Thursday. Van Gerwen takes on Menzior Sulovic.
121.
Michael Smith plays Peter Wright. The local hero, by the way, the contender in Glasgow next week, as Michael Smith finds a second maximum in Glasgow. 3 times Lakeside champion Glen Durrant takes to the Premier League stage. Looking forward to that.
Definitely looking forward to watching Glen play. Clinching that 3rd World Championship just last month and getting his tour card. So he's on the PDC circuit now, and he did it the hard way, but he showed the different qualities about him, those battling qualities to get that tour card. I'm sure we'll see more of it this year.
174.
180, 174 has left double 16 after 12.
180.
Back comes Michael van Gerwen with the maximum to pressure the shot. Good first start from Michael Smith.
Michael van Gerwen to throw first. Game on.
Well, he's won 3 out of the last 4 legs, Michael Smith.
140.
Cracking game here in Newcastle.
100.
Premier League sellout, over 7,000 for the opening night.
100.
The qualities in Michael Smith's game is what he's added is when he's averaging 92, almost 93 here, but that's not his A game. But when he's not playing his A game, he's got that ability to graft now. When he's not playing like he can, getting results, winning games, he could potentially still win this, but he stayed in the games. It looked like it was going all wrong in leg 7. He's dug in, he doesn't drop his head now, and that's why we've seen an upturn in Michael Smith's results the last 18 months, 2 years.
100. Michael Maguire, 121.
Where will he go? Treble 20 would have left double 18. £250,000
65.
for the winner. It's incredible, you know. Just looking back, Michael van Gerwen is a Premier League millionaire.
139.
£1,100,000 in Premier League prize money alone. As he forces a last leg, he's guaranteed at least a point here. All the pressure now on Michael Smith. What a cracking game. Can Smith get the point that he deserves? Well, that'll help for starters.
It's a good start. Touch on the prize money as well, Stuart. 25,000 bonus for whoever tops the league as well. Plenty of incentives for all players.
That's incredible. Since 2013, £1,100,000 from this tournament alone.
Yeah, it's incredible. But he strives on it, and like I said, he can be afforded a few defeats, a few bad results, but he bounces back the week after. He doesn't dwell. He just generally, when he loses, he'll win a tournament that weekend or the weekend after. He never lets it materialise into a bad run.
54.
Couldn't afford a bad visit. Is that the bad visit from Michael Smith that turns the game?
108.
The way of Michael Van Gerwen with a fifth 180 to leave 81 after 9. One slip. Is it going to be a costly slip?
Likely require 81.
Good response for Michael Smith, though. Michael Van Gerwen over 2 darts.
That is why he's the Premier League champion. That is why he's the world champion. And that is why he's the world #1. Smith gave it a real go. But in the end, it's Michael Van Gerwen who wins another one in the Premier League with another top plus average of 105. Van Gerwen wins 7-5. Cracking game. Peter Wright against Rob Cross coming up to round off night 1 of the Premier League.
Premier League live from Newcastle. It's been an entertaining night. James Wade 7-4 over Raymond van Barneveld. Gerwyn Price picking up his first ever Premier League win, 7-4 over Daryl Gurney. Great performance from Chris Dobey, 6 180s and a 6-all draw with Mensur Suljovic. Michael Van Gerwen putting his foot to the accelerator at just the right time, 7-5 over Michael Smith. And still to come, Peter Snapebright Wright against Rob Cross. Another entertaining game. Michael Smith played a massive part in that. Matched each other dart for dart. But Van Gerwen got the scores when it mattered. Wrapping up the victory. 7-5, 104.983 average. He's talking to Rod Studd.
Michael, welcome back to the Premier League. A cracking start for you, a great win. Listen, you've had some really good battles against Michael Smith recently, the World Championship final, the final of this competition, the Grand Slam of darts. What did you make of that latest game you had against him?
I think it was an okay game, I think, for the people to watch, but I think for both our players, in some patches we played phenomenal legs, and some patches we played absolutely crap, and you can't do that against each other, neither for him and for myself. I'm really glad I hit the 81 on the end, because otherwise it's probably going to be a draw. And he had a phenomenal 150 finish. But I said to everyone early on, Michael is a good player. He's got loads of talent, and you could see when the scoring goes, he can put me under pressure. And I wasn't really comfortable in this game. I don't know why, but yeah, I have to work a little bit harder. But I'm really glad I managed to win it.
You've had many rivalries against many players, Gary, Phil Taylor, Barney, etc. Do you see Michael as developing a real rivalry between you two now? I know you're winning most of the games, but do you see it as a rivalry?
Maybe not yet, but he's developing something good for himself that can damage any other player. And he's a phenomenal player, and he knows that. And of course, he's got a few things where he can have a little bit of maintenance on in his head, things like that. But for the rest, phenomenal.
You're looking for a fourth consecutive win in the tournament, and also to finish top again. I know it'll be 7 years on the trot if you can do it. I know you make a big thing of that, don't you? It's important to you to be top of the league, isn't it? It shows your dominance. You like that?
Yeah, of course I like the dominance, because that's a nice message for the other players. Was it fantastic tonight? I don't know, what was my average?
I think it was round about 104. 104, it was 104.
Okay. It's not really bad, to be fair. But still in some patches I can work a little bit harder, and yeah, I'm looking forward always to next week. It's always nice to start off with a win. It's going to be a tough, even without Gary Anderson, it's going to be a really tough Premier League series.
Yeah, good man, we'll see you next week up in Glasgow. So thanks for joining us, Michael.
Thank you very much, everyone.
It's a bit worrying when you're not happy with 104.983, that average. Michael Smith, really good performance from him as well, but Van Gogh gets the victory. You won't like look at this though. Gerwyn Price tops the table from James Wade, and then Michael Van Gogh and Sulovic in fourth position. 105 average, and he's still not happy. Takes a lot of pleasing, Michael Van Gogh.
Yeah, but he aspires to perfection. I mean, 104, 105 average is real quality, but he knows in himself that he can do better, and he'll want to keep doing better in the coming weeks.
The 54 in the last leg from Smith blew it for him. It could have been a draw, couldn't it?
Yeah, it was in the contest of the match. It wasn't a massive slip, but when you're playing Michael Van Gogh in it is he left 67 after 12 darts and didn't get a shot at a double, and that's the qualities Michael Van Gogh got. He put the pressure on when he knew Smith was throwing for the draw, and he got over the line, and that's what he does. Last match of the night, Peter Wright against Rob Cross. Difficult to predict because neither playing particularly well at the moment. No, these guys definitely need something from this tournament. They had a disappointing World Championship. A lot of pressure on Rob, obviously defending his title, so hopefully a bit more relaxation from now. But Peter, very disappointing. He said he was going to address the situation with his darts. I'm not sure if he has. But they need a good run in this. They've got big years ahead. They've got a lot of money to defend, so their ranking is under severe pressure. Final match of the evening, Cross against Wright, coming next.
Come on, watch me.
gentlemen, welcome back to the Unibet Premier League, coming to you live on Sky Sports from the magnificent city of Newcastle. Time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. Snakebite Peter. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the former champion of the world, voltage, Rob. Against Rob Cross to round up what's been a really fascinating night of darts. High quality. Rob Cross, he had a pretty decent Premier League run last year.
Yeah, definitely. It was an impressive debut for him because he was under a lot of pressure. He didn't have a good start, but he made the playoffs. Lose out to Michael Van Gerwen 10-6 in that semi-final, but a good campaign. He'd have liked to have a better year last year, but it wasn't to be. And the pressure of that world title's gone now, so hopefully Rob can kick on. He needs to this year. He picked up big amounts of money in every tournament 2 years ago, so he's got a lot to defend.
Same for Peter Wright as well.
Yeah. Peter won the UK Open a couple of years ago. A lot of European Tour and Pro Tour wins. So these guys are under a lot of pressure to maintain their rankings. So this Premier League's a bit of a release for it. Doesn't affect the rankings, but it's still a chance for them to build up confidence to defend that money and go well in the other majors during the year.
Thanks, Mark. Wade Mardle, Rod Sterling commentary.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, the world number 2, Rob Cross, against the world number 3, Peter Snakebite Wright. Final match of the evening here in Newcastle, and according to bookmakers, the most likely players to reach the semi-final, Van Gerwen and Smith we've just seen, and the pair who are about to play. And they met in Newcastle in the Premier League last year when Cross won by 7 legs to 4. Can he repeat the feat? What do you think? Away?
Got to say, I kind of agree with Mark Webster. I think both of these are on a kind of roller coaster of rankings, emotions.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg,
he said Rob Cross number 2, Peter Wright number 3. They're not currently playing like that. The standard has just dropped a bit. Peter Wright and Rob, two of the most consistent players when they're at it. just been slightly inconsistent of late, especially Peter Wright. But he had a decent-ish run, Peter, to the semi-final of the recent Masters.
114.
He reached the semi-final, didn't he? But he did have to survive a couple of match starts from Adrian Jackpot Lewis, didn't he, in the first round? So it could easily have been a disappointing outcome.
Yep.
Lewis missed, Wright hit, and he went on to be quite a successful tournament. But that shows the fine margins at elite level darts. Well, Cross won the World Championship, but survived match darts in 2 occasions against Michael Smith and Michael Van Gerwen. So always helps.
Rob on debut last year, reaching the semi-final. Peter finished 7th, which was a bit of a dip in form for him.
38.
Between some of the real poor performances from both players, there's been some world-class darts, as you'd expect. But they'd expect a bit more of themselves, has to be said. And this is a lacklustre start from Wright.
57.
Treble, followed by another, makes it odds on a break of throw in the first leg of darts here for the former world champion.
Rob, you require 55.
19 or a 15? What do you fancy? But in 2017 and the 2018 World Championships, double 18 was just pinging and popping in from absolutely everywhere. Whenever he looked at it, he seemed to hit it, Rob Cross. And he hits it in that opening leg.
Yeah, he was so adept. Sometimes he felt even if he wasn't looking at it, he'd be able to hit it. Lovely darts to back up the double that broke the right throw.
Against Adrian Lewis last weekend, Peter Wright was averaging kind of low 70s for the first 3 or 4 legs. With that ton, that's put him up to just averaging 80. You can't keep starting slow, because you just be behind and never catch up against the real big hitters of the Premier League.
Well, an early break for Voltage, and now he looks like backing it up with a very comfortable hold of throw for 2-0.
144.
Doesn't seem to be forcing them, Rob Cross, at the moment, like he's been doing the last 4 or 5 months. Seems to have more rhythm. It's always a positive. Tops for 2-0. Oh yeah. Averaging 120.24. I know it's early days, I'm just saying it. What on earth? Well, compared to what Rob's been doing, that 93 is a poor score.
He had 25 darts for the first couple of legs.
81.
It's a 10 darter in the last leg. We haven't seen better yet, have we?
Yes, at the media day yesterday at St James Park, Peter Wright, dressed in the Toonami's black and white colours, but opted for something more conservative this evening.
I like it. Snake bite. Look at that. You've got to be good. You've got to be real good to wear clobber like that.
121.
The first couple of legs he was being clobbered by Cross, who won both of those. Right here, looking to get a leg on the board on his own throw. We've seen Van Gerwen start with a win. Gerwin Price, hugely impressive. James Wade taking full advantage of missed darts at double by Van Barneveld, and a really thrilling draw between Chris Dobie, the contender, and Menzies Silovic.
60.
He really is hanging on it, Peter Wright. He needs Rob Cross to miss this. He's playing dreadfully, Peter, averaging 77. And if Rob can hit this tops, he'll be in real big bother already.
73. Peter require 87.
Double 18. He squeezes it in. It's an important dart. It's an important double. It's an important leg for Peter Snakebite Wright. Survived a dart at tops from his opponent, which would have put him 3-0 down. Now closes the gap to just 1.
It was a brilliant finish. Considering he'd hardly been hitting any target he was going for. Took it to 51, double 18. It was a real fillip for him. I think he needs to pick up the pace, to be fair. Just sometimes tries to be that little bit too deliberate, and with that you can lose your rhythm. Suits some, I'm just not quite sure it suits Peter.
134.
See Rob Cross impressive on the treble 19 cover shooting a World Championship. I recall him almost never missing treble 19. I think it was at Cristo Reyes, wasn't it, Wayne, that game?
Unable to miss it.
Incredible it was.
Yeah, if you're going to succeed
41.
on the big stages in world darts, you've got to be adept at treble 20 hitting, cover shooting and double hitting. Well, he had time to switch around and set up exactly what he wanted. Peter's just being outplayed.
However, if Cross should miss 3 in his favourite double, then we could have a level game in 2 throws of a Peter Wright dart.
Yeah.
But he does not miss. He goes 3-1 up.
His leg is speeding to throw first. He won.
Rob Cross averaging 111. Peter Wright upped his average to 86. Just far too many visits that Rob Cross can jump all over, and he has been so far. Well, that was a release so late.
57.
Wonder he released it at all. Cross, of course, winning the World Championships last year. Peter Wright, 2014 runner-up to Michael Van Gerwen. But his big moment come really when he had a chance to win this magnificent title, Peter Wright. And he had Michael van Gerwen on toast, but let him off in the latter stages.
140. 57.
Well, having conceded that early break of throw, Peter Wright, and it could not have been earlier, it was in the first leg. All he's got to keep doing now is trying to hold and then have a crack at cross.
100.
Just not want to go 2 breaks of throw down. If he does, he really is in pushing Custard uphill with a fork territory against this man who really is recapturing the standard of play that we saw him produce in that World Championship win, and particularly in that incredible final victory. Wright wants tops.
Game shot the 5th leg.
Superb. Peter Wright's won 2 legs. He's taken out a ton in 2 and 87 in 2. Scoring's just not there at the moment. And Rob has looked quite comfortable in averaging 105. It looks like he's not doing anything special, but that's what special players do, don't they?
Yeah, Wright has put 15 points on his early average, and Cross is just steamrolling on, and that is the first maximum of the match.
He's finding his feet now. Massively improved in the first 2 or 3 legs, Peter Wright.
96.
Chance now. It's at least 2 big trebles. Oh yeah. Just the 3 of them.
Well, now can Rob Cross pull this out of the bag, because now Wright is 2 darts away from levelling the match. Cross wants treble 20 for the bull, can't find it. Suddenly now out of the blue, Peter Wright has produced an absolute corker of a leg to leave 41 after 9, and it's a match levelling opportunity on double 16.
Incredible. Absolutely did not see that happening. Peter Wright was averaging in the 70s. Rob Cross was averaging 111 at the time and was 2-0 up. And now Peter Wright is banging on the door of a ton average. That's how improved he's been in the last 3 or so legs. You've got it. Shows you can turn it on at any time, any situation, even against former world champs. Look at that. Mardlesque darts the first 2 legs from Snakebite.
Then leg 6 was the 11 dart leg.
134.
To level the match.
That's been the difference in Peter Wright's setup.
96.
With the aluminium stem and the smaller flight. The dart, when it goes above the treble now, he has to move away. It kind of lays a bit flat for him. It means that he can put the dart on top rather than under. So obviously his preferred
95.
lie. So that's a perfect marker for him.
99.
Well, hold the bat pays, because Peter Wright now is potentially 2 darts away from taking the lead in the match. The match in which, for the first 4 legs, he was on the wrong end of a toweling.
60. Featuring a 88.
Could have slipped there from Cross. Could have left 32 and put this 88 under all sorts. 18 or 54 wasn't interested. Bullseye! Oh my!
Being shown as 7 flag.
Well, Peter Wright's finishing.
8 flag is knocked to through first.
87, 100, 41 in 2 and 88. They're the 4 legs he's won. I've seen a couple of games tonight where players have reeled off legs. Dobie 5-1 up, ended up drawing. So that was a 5-1, 5-1 swing. Gerwin Price reeled off 5 legs on the bounce. In the last 3 legs, Peter Wright is averaging with that 180 about 115, 116. Astonishing.
99.
Well, he does have that incredible average in the Premier League in Leeds, where he averaged 119 and a half in 2017. Adrian Lewis is on the wrong end of that.
Of all the averages, I still find Raymond van Barneveld's the most funniest. The reason I say that is he averaged 115.80 and lost 7-4. How is that even possible against Phil Taylor? It was madness, absolute madness.
Rocky Repile 128.
Oh, double 4.
120.
Well, that is only the 3rd dart missed at a double in the entire match, would you believe? Wright has not missed one. He's not going to even attempt one at this visit. What he's trying to do is leave tops, pressurise the double 4.
100. Robbie Repile 8.
Gotta go. For 4-4. Oh my. Now he wants 4. Pressure on this. Got to get there. It's hard to get in there when you're under the cosh. Now he's turned this round. 3-1 down. Peter Wright was.
2 at double 10. Not missed a dart at double yet tonight. Well, he can afford to miss that one. It's this one that matters. He misses a brace, would you believe? So Cross has missed 4 at double 4 and its derivatives. Wright's missed 2 at double 10. Now what? Oh. Eventually Cross gets there. Well, it was a scruffy leg, but it matters not. The match is all square at 4 each.
He'd rather win one of those than lose one. If
131.
he'd have lost that cross, would have been all sorts of trouble after being in such a great position. Just starting to release the dart that little bit later now. That basically means that he's trying to force the dart up shortly after releasing it and creating that kind of horrible follow through that looks a bit stressful.
82.
The earlier you can release the dart, the smoother it will fly. As long as you have a full and extended follow through, this is what happens.
All square on the maximum count, 2 apiece. All square on the leg count, 4 apiece.
100.
All square on the turntable. Well spotted, Wayne. 10 each, 7 each, 2 each. You were excited by that symmetry, weren't you?
Yes.
Which has been ruined by Cross.
Yeah, how dare he?
140 here, Wayne, to level it up again. Yes, Peter.
140. Robbie O'Carl 123.
To break. Couldn't get it.
55. Peter O'Carl 48.
To hold. To Tops. No Snaky, double 10. Oh, he gets it this time. Goes 5-4 up. A seesaw struggle.
There's Patrick, 13 today. Happy birthday, sir. What a way to spend your birthday, eh? Watching the darts. Watching the world's best go at it.
140.
Got to say, I've been really impressed with the way both of these have played so far. Because they haven't been playing that great. For us, showing the form, averaging 105. Peter Wright now banging on a ton.
100.
World-class darts from the number 2 and 3 in the world. Premier League Roadshow. It's the Glasgow next week. Unfortunate that they won't see Gary Anderson there.
86. Robbie Rapar, 161.
Yes, on Valentine's Day, when I will have the misfortune of being with you, Wayne, instead of Mrs. Stud.
99.
I have no response.
More pertinently, has Cross got any response? He's to going 5-4 behind here. He's left 62 after a dozen darts, but under a whole heap of pressure from Snaky again. That's a terrific dart. That leaves 2 at double 16. Crucial. Oh, you've got to hand it to him. That was the match. 5 each. Of course, now for our second draw of the night, we saw the stalemate between Christobi and Menzies Silovic earlier on this evening.
Peter Wright averaging bang on 100. Rob Cross 103.59. More importantly,
58.
for both, it's 5-5. Nothing to choose between them. With a couple of legs gone, it was all Cross.
34.
It certainly wasn't all right.
Chapeau.
134.
Back-to-back 134s. Excellent standard here. And the way that Peter Wright has found his A game after lurking somewhere towards the end of the alphabet for his first couple of legs has been very, very impressive.
There's been a lot of impressive performances tonight. For night one, the guys look really settled. Credit to them.
Will he go for the ball? The old showman.
102.
Yes, Snaky showman Snaky. Goes for the ball, leaves 25.
'94. Peter Brown 25.
Well, this is to guarantee that he will leave Newcastle with a point. Whoops. Double 4 then. And in it goes, and Peter Wright from 3-1 behind now leads 6-5, so wins 5 out of 7 legs there in that passage of play. It really has been a superb fight back from Wright.
And this hasn't been because Rob Cross has gone completely off the boil. We're still averaging over 102. It's because of Peter Wright's timing and brilliance. Finishing has been excellent. Scoring
100
has been superb the last 8.5 legs. First 2 legs just not at the races. Will that end up costing him a win, or will he win this leg
77.
and snatch a victory? That was really unlucky from Rob Cross. Oh yeah, it's all about timing. That is magnificent.
Well, it is magnificent. He's now odds on to win the match.
$140. $105.
It's 116. All Rob Cross can do is hit a huge one. Hope Wright misses, and he goes out. There's the huge one.
77. He's around 160.
419s for tops here for Peter Wright. Will he go up to the treble 20s? Yes, he will. The more traditional route for double 18. What a choice of double.
98.
He wires it on the inside. He tried to hoist Rob Cross by his own petard on his favourite double. Sneaky snaky.
That was a dart to win the match. Now, Rob Cross has a dart to draw the match. That is a draw. Rob Cross and Peter Wright, they fight it out. And in the end, it's a 6-all draw. That is the end to what's been a really entertaining night of darts here in Newcastle on night 1 of the Premier League. If it carries on like this, it's going to be memorable indeed.
Fireworks go off. Been plenty of fireworks tonight. Really good night of darts. 6 apiece between Peter Snake by Wright and Rob Cross. 101.56 average from Wright. 103.57 from Cross. Really good, entertaining night of darts. This is what we've seen. James Wade, 7-4 victory over Barney. 99.26 3 average. Gerwyn Price, his first ever win in the Premier League. 7-4 over Daryl Gurney. Chris Dobey, story of the night really, 6 apiece with Mensur Suljovic, 6 180s from him. Michael Van Gerwen beating Michael Smith 7-5, and Peter Snakebite Wright 6 apiece with Rob Cross. Table looks like this. The man who'd never won a game in the Premier League before tops the table.